Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Download the Uplift. My name is Gabriel Mark, one of your hosts, joined as always by my co-host that when he sees a fire, he uncoils and starts spraying the hose. Dan Davis. Hold on.
Okay, applause. Nice. That was a stretch. It was a stretch. But what's up, man? It's been a couple weeks. I've been sick for about 2 weeks now. So I think the last time we recorded it was probably 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, last episode was Ken. The Ken episode, very serious. Thanks again, Ken, for helping us out and being on the show again. It's always a different vibe when we have guests on than me and you just kind of BSing. But I think the one before that, you were sick too. It's like, yo, can someone get my man some vitamin C? Shoot.
Can I get an immune system, please? But I have noticed in the absence of the podcast, you've been doing these React videos, and they're awesome, man. They're doing very well. Congrats.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. We are up the channel, 435 subscribers. So, guys, if you are clicking this randomly, expecting a reaction, we run a podcast too. It's me, one of my best friends. He'll probably be at my wedding when that day happens. His name's Dane Davis. He lives in Las Vegas. I used to live in Las Vegas. And, he's kind of one of the reasons that we started finally making videos, and then the reaction started. And so every other week or so, that's what we're going to aim to do is we have a podcast. We'll keep it short. We'll keep it fun. We'll keep it light. We'll keep it loose. And we're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. Everywhere you listen to podcasts. And if you're listening, show us some love, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I know we sound like beggars, but it's good for us. It's good for you, so you don't miss a show. But yeah, that's what we do. So buckle up.
Yeah, hi to all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing.
Dude, at the beginning of the reaction videos, it's crazy because on YouTube, I know you and I talked about this off air, but YouTube tells you, dude, how they record who's watching their stuff is crazy. It tells you the gender of who's watching your videos, their geographical location. Literally, there's a ton, like 30% of people in Germany, Japan, Indonesia, UK, a lot of Canadians. You guys got the dub last night. It was a great game, good hockey game. But and that's so crazy.
That's cool, man. We got some UK listeners. That's awesome.
That's right, baby. I'm wondering, at what point do you get to call yourself a content creator? Do you think you need to get paid, or do you think someone that's just starting out can call themselves a content creator? And I don't mean this in saying me or us. I mean just in general. What do you think the rule is with that?
Yeah, I mean, like you're creating content, so you could just say that. I don't think it matters. It's like people, calling themselves a musician or like a guitarist or whatever. It doesn't really matter, but I think it holds more weight when you're doing it professionally. So
yes,
yeah,
I agree with that. And well, I don't know. I think it's almost different with instruments and music. Maybe not though. Like as a hobby, let's say a guy works at Jiffy Lube, right? But once a week he picks up his acoustic, he starts strumming away. Is he a musician?
So yeah, on that note, if it's like a talent, right? I don't think you have to necessarily be doing it professionally, but if you can like hold your own, right? If you're a really good guitarist, like seasoned guitarist, seasoned drummer, whatever it is, then it holds weight, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can say I'm a drummer immediately if you want, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, your talent, what you can do, and like what you've created is gonna really be the thing that that shows people like you know what you're doing, or like if people like it, you know, that's going to be the thing that means something versus just like a title or whatever.
Winter is here. You can tell by my co-host's background that he's in the north.
Yeah, and you know the funny thing about that is you're further up north. You're in the cold right now. I'm in the mild temperature. So
right.
It's reversed. It shouldn't be this way.
But yeah, I think if you're chasing any dream, I think you're allowed to claim it. I don't know if I'd ever be a content creator, but I don't know. We'll see.
I would say like if it became a major part of my life, it'd be like I'm a content creator.
Yeah. I like that. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, so it's weird, man. Like, so the show is Dane and I loving life and talking about some cool stuff. But last week we had our real estate guru Ken Parley on. That was always fun. He's such a driven dude, man. I see him a lot, and he's like that in real life. He's a very like, let's get this done. Like if he saw some guy selling raspberries on the side of the street and he had an opportunity to talk to him, like all of a sudden they'd be talking about how he could like upgrade the raspberry stand. So
an exit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's always awesome talking to them. I'm glad we got him back on, and hopefully we'll begin some other guests soon. I know we've been talking about a couple of them. So
yeah, I think it's cool even if we just talk too, man. I mean,
yeah.
Podcasts are weird. There's so many podcasts out there, like so much that I don't even have time to listen to them all. Especially some guys put one out every single day. I guess that's more of like news guys, but I don't know. Speaking of news, did you hear, Dane, that unfortunately, I wish I had the dum dum da dum dum da dum da dum da da. I've heard that Hooters is filing for bankruptcy, let's say Hooters is reportedly making plans to file for bankruptcy. Quite a shock to America. What are your thoughts about Hooters closing? Have you ever been? What's going on?
Oh, it's a tragedy, man. What are we gonna do? Yeah, I've never been. I heard the food was not good, but I guess that's not why people go there, obviously. So,
well, they call it a restaurant. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
I think that's like the legit business model. I think this was some dude in Florida that started it. And just so you know, no, dude, the world famous wing sauce, Hooters food isn't bad. I think it's just with the problem with franchises that eventually standards fall and restaurants get dirty and all those things. I know for me, dude, if I walk into a place and the bathroom has like, it's like a mess, or you can like tell the kitchen's sketchy, like I'm not going back there. So
yeah. Well, I don't know why, but I've never been to Hooters, but it kind of gave me the impression just how people talk about it, like at Dick's, basically. You know that restaurant, right?
Dick's Last Resort?
Yeah. Like where everyone's just sold to you.
Crazy.
It's like, okay, that seems like a fun idea. Maybe I can do it once, but the food's also terrible. So like,
is it?
At least the one I went to. So it was like the food's bad, and so is the service. Yeah, we got a couple laughs out of it. But yeah, it like Hooters just kind of gave me that impression, like you're going for the boobs. But I guess the food wasn't good, or people told me the food wasn't good. So, but you're saying it wasn't bad, like
it's
standard
great
bar food, basically.
Oh, dude, the chicken breast sandwich with the sauce. Oh, it's so good.
So they got their breast right.
Ew.
That's the thing.
Well, they sparked Twin Peaks and Tilted Kilt and all these other. I mean, dude, it's a good. Hey, you have a good bar, bunch of TVs, good-looking girls. If that's what you're into, go. I think it's a money-making thing. But I've noticed a lot of them are closing. There used to be a casino in Las Vegas that was the Hooters Casino. Now it's like the Oyo. So there you go.
But isn't that still? Isn't that just a rebranding? But it's still owned by Hooters.
I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
Well, they still have the Hooters there. I wonder if that one's going to close.
Just gotta go, man. Bring the whole fam. Support it.
Let's save Hooters. Come on, invest.
I'd go. Shoot, I don't even know where the closest one is.
It's the next GameStop. We got to save it.
That was crazy. Yeah, dude, GameStop makes me think of I follow this kid. His name is Depressed Ginger, and he talks about good for him. He's got 250,000 subs. He started just talking about
he's probably not depressed anymore. He's doing pretty good.
He talks about crypto a lot. Apparently, there's this thing called meme coins, like we talked about with the Hukta coin.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you and I really could make a coin. I know you're like, we never could, but I didn't realize how feasible it is. Like, we could have download the Uplift coin and launch it.
So you want us to launch a coin, 400 subscribers, and just lose all likability that we have, because dude, every meme coin is basically it's a rug pull. It's like every meme coin is just about like the insiders and the people who get on it as soon as possible. It's a zero sum game. So like everyone who is holding the bag at the end loses, and that's most people.
Right.
And then like a few people make millions of dollars. So it's like one of the worst ways to make money, honestly.
There's got to be like, if you hold the line. Well, apparently Dave Portnoy, the guy that owns Barstool Sports, I'm sorry, it's called crashing out. He's crashing out because he keeps trying to launch coins and no one's buying it or something. I don't know. But either way, the whole I know nothing about it. All I know is that Bitcoin is like almost $100,000. So Bitcoin
that really sparked cryptocurrency, and even it's kind of still a bit synonymous with cryptocurrency, but it used to be everyone was just like, oh, are you invested into Bitcoin? But they meant they could have been talking about cryptocurrency as a whole. Yeah, like that was the sort of pioneering thing that gained the most traction, and that's one of the powerful things about cryptocurrency is decentralizing the books of your currency and stuff like that. So people can't fudge it. Banks can't incorrectly mess with records or whatever it is. Ultimately, like for cryptocurrency to actually have value and for it to make sense for people to invest in most of the time these days, it has to actually do something beyond just being a meme or beyond just being a currency to invest in. So like XRP is one that I'm actually invested in, and it has actual functionality. There are banks that are looking into it. If I think it's something to do with like transactions. It helps speed up transactions and makes them cheaper and stuff like that. So yeah, like you just have to have something that actually does something beyond just being a coin that is tracked on the
blockchain.
The blockchain, yeah. You can't just like integrate a coin into blockchain technology and just leave it at that and say that it's a valuable coin, because it's just not. Like most of the time, Bitcoin's not falling because it's just too big right now, and everyone's about it. So it's probably going to keep going up, but at the end of it, like if people decide to sell Bitcoin on a massive scale, there's no intrinsic value that's going to stop it from plummeting, right? But it's the fact that people aren't going to do that because it is so valuable that it's pretty safe to invest into Bitcoin right now. But not that you'll like earn a bunch of money on it, but like any meme coin that comes out, like you will get at the very best, you'll get snipers coming in early, buying up all the coin that they can, and then just dumping it on the people that came in too late and that don't have the money to do it.
Well, here's the thing about Bitcoin, dude. There's only a set number, and that's it. That's what makes it so.
No, sure.
Like this. And how about this, dude? There's still how many left to be mined? There's still 1 million of them out there. Wow, dude. And there's 900 Bitcoins per day. So those mining tools and stuff. Imagine just hitting one. Oh, 100.
That's actually. I'm so surprised it's that few. Only 1 million left to be mined. That's crazy.
Yeah, I love how on this screen I have how the Island Boys lost everything in one tab, and how there's no shame in my game, guys.
Yeah,
the Island Boy.
Oh my god, yeah. Didn't they get involved in like promoting coins as well, like everything, right?
Tekashi 6ix9ine. I was a fan, dude. I was a fan, and he's
Are you not a fan anymore?
He's officially, his stuff's all on the IRS website. It's crazy, man. Like,
dang.
I don't know if you saw. Well, he just turned out to be a real dirtbag. So, can you believe it?
I wouldn't have guessed, man.
Did you hear about? So this is what happened with Tekashi 6ix9ine. So he was pretty much running really low on money, and the guy from the Nelk Boys, what's his name? Okay, so Steve Will Do It from Nelk Boys gave him a deal to stream, a $2 million deal to stream. All he had to do was stream 1 hour a week for $2 million for Tekashi 6ix9ine. And Steve Will Do It put up his money. He's like, no, he gave like his guarantee that, oh yeah, he'll show up. And the dude never showed up and just took the money. So yeah, he's a real dirtbag. But
I wouldn't have guessed, man.
But yeah, crypto, Bitcoins, there's $1 million left to get, Papa. You know it's not ripping people off right now, but it probably is in some ways, is AI. And news in AI is Grok 3 just dropped. Elon's new AI. And apparently it's like crazy. Here's the thing, and I need to be honest about ChatGPT. I use it to help me, like for the reaction videos, there's a lot of language that I try and put in. Hey, this is fair use. It helped me literally build a Google form that says, hey, if you own the copyright, please fill out this form, and like it literally step by step. But now ChatGPT has gotten so good that like today, I was like, I was bummed out about something because my the Beartooth video got like 13 views. Meanwhile, the Ginger view was up to like 3,000 views, and it's like, it's so weird how it works. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the gym. I said that to ChatGPT. It's like, you go crush it and then have a great podcast tonight. I was like, all right, ChatGPT. So like, I like that it's almost kind of personable now. But apparently, Grok 3, it says. Grok 3 has a very powerful reasoning capabilities. In the tests that we've done this far, Grok 3 is outperforming anything that's been released that we're aware of. At times, I think Grok 3 is kind of scary smart. Basically, it says deep search shows that the demo took around a minute and include 15 X posts. So deep search. So you can ask it a question and it will look for X posts, Google, like all over the internet to get you your answer. I don't know where other AIs get their info, but I don't know. What do you think, Grok 3 AI? Talk to me.
I don't know much about Grok 3, but I did hear it was getting released, so that's cool. I'll definitely like check it out. So the AI that I've heard more about is like the video AI, and there's one called Gling AI. I think it's one of the top ones for realism and consistency, and that's getting pretty scary as far as like just how good it is at generating videos. And so like all over the place, graphic design has taken a pretty huge hit as far as AI goes for that industry. I think animators and content creators and whatever, like video editors even are probably nervous about what AI is going to be doing with their industries. It's inevitable. What's Grok geared towards? Is it basically like a ChatGPT contender? Or?
Oh yeah, they're trying to beat it, and supposedly it's learning way faster.
That's awesome. I'll have to look into it. I've been using ChatGPT for forever.
It's what did I try and have it do? I took a picture of a car. I was like, yo, tell me what the model car this is. And it could kind of figure it out. But I really do think I need to upgrade my ChatGPT, because I can tell when it goes from 4, like the version 4, and it limits you down to 3 because I'm on free. I still don't pay for it. Yeah. You can tell it's not as good. I mean, I know the overlords, the AI overlords hear me through all of my devices. I think you guys are cool guys. So, no, but you could tell. So, but I think it's about $20 a month. But even on that, you can't. It's not unlimited for 4.0. They still limit you after a while. They gas you after a while, I think.
You can I mean, it's so difficult to actually gas it. The only limitations I've ever come across is like if you ask for images and you do like, let's say 20 in 5 minutes, 20 images, it'll eventually say to you like, you got to wait a minute because you're asking for like too many images being generated. So yeah, like I've ran to that limitation, but you literally wait like 2 minutes and you just ask it again and it's fine. So it's barely limited.
I'm just excited to see where it's gonna go. I know I say that all the time, but I'm excited to see what the heck it's. I don't know. At what point can it be able to teach itself to like do like is it already at the point where whatever engineers invented ChatGPT, right? In the newer version, is it going to be eventually able to teach itself more than the engineers to make itself better and better and better? Like, is that some Terminator stuff or like?
Well, I mean, in a way, it's already teaching itself because that's just machine learning, right? You introduce and machine learning is different from AI, but it's like machine learning is part of AI. You program an algorithm, a neural network or whatever, like whatever methodology it is. I think most of them are neural networks, and you program it to start identifying like images. And then you give it a huge database, which is basically like a lot of them seem to be just using Google. And then you have it classify like, okay, what images are birds? What are cats? What are dogs? What are cars? What are planes? Blah, blah, blah. And the thing is with like CAPTCHA, human beings have been doing that already for training image detection software.
Mm-hmm.
Or image recognition software. So we ourselves have been already employed by all the social medias that we use to already train image recognition software to get it right. Like anytime you get a thing where it says, is this a motorcycle? Is this a bus or whatever? And you can tell what they're trying to do because like usually you will get you'll either get stairs or bus or bike like these days, or like bridge or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell what they're trying to train is automatic driving, right? For the most part. And then stairs might be they're trying to get more recognition on like elevated platforms for the robots that they're trying to build, that are mobile, right? Like all the what's the name of that company? But the robots that do backflips and all that stuff.
Oh, Boston Dynamics.
Yeah, Boston Dynamics. So you can kind of tell like which companies are probably funding those CAPTCHAs and benefiting from them. Yeah, you have that, but then you also just have the AI that is able to just learn based off of a bunch of different images. And there's some like predetermined stuff like with CAPTCHA where it's like, this is a picture of a bird. And then so it tries to decipher what makes a bird, what makes a human being, what makes a hand, which it struggled with until now. So there's all kinds of different levels to it, but basically like what you're saying, does it teach itself in a way? What you're talking about is sort of going beyond the program and writing its own program, essentially. Yeah. That's possible. That some of that stuff's going on, but I don't think it's breached its like program constraints yet.
It's coming. I'm telling you, coming. They're coming in their freaking spaceships or walking robots. Like, stay in your house, humans.
AI is able to write code completely, like write a program completely, way more efficiently than a human being can, or even just write a code completely. Then I think I think people will start letting it do that to an extent, but I don't know. There's so many safeguards with that.
No way.
Yeah.
Let the gates down. I'm ready for it. Send it my way, robots. I'd be cool.
I'm not.
Nah. I mean,
So what do you think would like? I don't necessarily think that robots would try to kill us. Yeah, but I do think that they would take over the world. So
I think they're gonna remember who was a jerk and who wasn't. I'm always mad cool with ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
For all the info. No,
you would be. They'd be like fetch me my spanner, and he'd be like, yes, absolutely.
Hey, well, it's crazy. I think back years ago, Elon was on a podcast, probably the Rogan, and he was like, "Yo, it's scary how quickly it's moving. Like he's nervous about it, and if he's like one of our generation's greatest engineers. Then, but either way, enough of this. We would talk about this for an hour. All right.
So they apparently, I don't know if this was like legitimate, but I saw a video and I thought it was interesting because it makes sense. There was a girl who asked AI a question, or some company asked whatever AI a question, and it was, do you think that people invented AI, or do you think we discovered AI? And the AI said, well, it could be both. Like you could look at it as like people discovered it, but at the same time, the way that AI works existed before we knew it existed, right? And it's kind of the same thing with like mathematic principles and whatever. Like whenever we invent math based on like physics, it's not like we're inventing it. We're more so discovering principles of reality. So like AI, the way it works, the machine learning, all that technology, it's like the concept for it is always existed. It's always been there, and we're just like discovering it, which is it's sort of it's a cool way of looking at like the inventions that we have. It's like, well, we're not generating it out of thin air. We're discovering how to do something, and that reasoning, that way that it's, like binary code has always existed, but we discovered it, how to use it, and we discovered its capabilities. I don't know if you get what that means or whatever, but
would that be a philosophical take on it?
Yeah, it's basically it's purely philosophical, because it's like did you really invent this, or are you just discovering it?
Yeah.
Has it always existed, or are you the one that made it exist?
So. There could be a squirrel with 3 eyes in Maine, but I haven't seen it, but it could be there.
It's probably one.
With 3. No, inventors and technology and all of the stuff makes me think and get inspired. And what happens when you get writer's block? How do you get more inspired? Well, I don't know. Why don't you take us away with our quote of the week?
Sounds good. All right. The quote of the week. Don't wait for inspiration. It comes while working. Henry Matisse?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna guess.
What do you think about that quote?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You only get inspired. Your brain only starts thinking about things in a creative way when you're working on something. If you're doing nothing and you're just like, make it happen, like it's just not going to happen. So, yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, and yeah, that it does tie it. To give you credit on the segue, it does tie into the whole invention thing, because like the thing you're trying to discover is out there waiting for you to discover it. You just have to put in the work to do that. So
you got to do the work. That's from my 600-pound life, Dr. Now. You've got to do the work.
Yeah, that guy's so funny.
From Iran or something. That he's awesome.
He's very, very blunt.
He does cameos. I love this dude, and I think it's like even writer's block. It's like just start writing, you know. Oh yeah, or like if you think you're gonna be really bad at something, or any motivation to start, it's like, yo, just do it, and then you'll get inspired to keep going. Same thing with making content or podcasts, or when you're making music, or whatever artistic or whatever, or even if you just want to learn how to change tires correctly, well, start by going to the toolbox to grab the wrench, right? So
yeah,
I don't know, I like it. I don't know who this dude is, no disrespect, my man Matisse Henry.
The quickest way to learn it is just to dive into it, and I always go through this as like a bit of a struggle anytime I learn something new, and I feel like I'm way in over my head. I will try and figure out what's the best way, what's the most efficient way of learning it. But the problem is, I feel like you're so new to something, you don't even know the questions you should be asking, to actually learn it. So I think you got to dive in, and then when you don't know something, a lot of people will give up. They'll be like, I don't know, and it's hard. So that's it. But that's the process of learning. It's like, roadblock. You hit into it. All right, now I got to figure out, like, what does this mean? What does that mean? And so it's, as much as you want to fast track learning and streamline it and all that stuff, which is what I like to do, I try and make it as efficient as possible. At the end of the day, it's going to take longer than you want it to. The more that you learn about it, the more questions you'll be able to come up with, and you'll be able to just learn more about the things that you're into, or your expertise, or whatever it is. I just learned something new about audio. It's something that I knew from a high level what it was, but I didn't know how it worked. Right. And there's a difference between that. So I like actually took a concept that I knew at a high level, and I was like, okay, how does it actually work? Like, what's the deal with it? What's the difference? And just stuff like that. Like, you'll always have in your life, you always have questions that come up like that. And you should always just entertain them and pursue them, because it's fun.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I mean, doing these reaction videos, it's that was a whole new thing too. I mean, anyone that's been watching them, thank you guys. But the first were kind of rough, and now it's getting better and better. But I'll tell you one thing that's frustrating, and I'm learning a whole lot about, is the whole copyright thing. So I'm going to put chapters in this podcast too, so you guys can scroll through and decide what you want to talk about, whether it's crypto or AI or philosophy. This is my honest opinion. Dane's made music. I've made music. Neither of us blew up and got Grammys, but we made music and we put it out there. My honest opinion, if some dude or some person, some young lady, whatever, took my music video or my lyric video or my music and wanted to make a reaction video to it, I genuinely don't see the problem as if I made the music with someone doing that and putting that out. I'm serious. So the problem with certain bands and stuff is certain record companies, all music basically gets flagged for copyright, but some will want you to take it down. So I don't know. What's your opinion when it comes to copyright and like the whole rules with this, Dane? Like, what do you think? Honestly, like if you put it, your music video that's still out, I'll link it below.
Yeah.
If I want to make a reaction to it, and would you be like, yo, this guy's taking my thunder? Or would you think, hey, he's marketing my music? What do you think?
When I was in my first band, it was this metal band called The Seventh Plague in Vegas.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was an awesome name. I actually really like the name.
No, I'm not. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. It's one of the best band names I've had out of all the bands I've been in. It was a metal band I was in, and I remember we were pretty big in Vegas for a while, and there was this random dude who posted this YouTube video of the drumming in one of my songs. Like he was covering the drums on one of the songs.
Okay.
And I was like, this is awesome. Like I was smiling the whole time. I was just like, this is like an honor to have someone like want to cover it, right? And that's a bit different from like reacting, but a reaction as well. I think, like, for me personally, it's an honor to have people like either do like doing a compilation, or like doing a react, or whatever, like doing some kind of like, you know, B-side content, I guess you could call it that, something like that, like a, maybe not B-side, like secondary content to what you created. I think like that's one of the greatest honors. Like even if it's like, you know, being critical of it, or whatever, it's like, well, like that sucks, but still, like, even if you're critical of it, it like shows like people care about what you're releasing. So I look at it like a good thing. And you're right, there is the marketing aspect of it as well, but I also just think it's nice to have people like care enough about your content, or think it's valuable enough to actually create more content based on it. So yeah, if someone reacted to one of my songs, I'd be like, that's awesome. I wish I had that, you know, kind of thing where people actually, you know, cared about my music enough to do that. The other argument you could make is like, you know, those labels that don't like reactions at all, don't need any marketing, right? So they're just like, we're just all about collecting the money, and that's it. But for me, like, if I was the biggest artist, I'd still want people to react to it. Like, I mean, anytime, no, like just imagine, like, if you were like Chester Bennington, you know, and like when he was alive, right? And you saw people reacting to your vocals, and they're just like, this is amazing. Like, how does he do that 17-second scream? You know, like,
right.
I just think that'd be so. I'd love it. You know, I'd love to see people just freaking out about something that I've spent so much time on, and you know, like really caring about it as much as I probably did. You know. But like a genuine reaction, I think that's great. Or like a, you know, genuine like breakdown of like how someone did this thing or whatever it is, you know, like that to me is cool. So yeah, the typical reactions on YouTube, I think like all of them seem to be fair use and great, you know, content to release. Because it's nice to just like see someone feeling the same thing that you're feeling about,
Yes,
about your favorite band, you know.
100%. But yo, it's interesting what you say. Baby Metal, that video got taken down. That video was up to 11,000 views. The rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, that, I mean, it was super fun to do. It wasn't even great quality, but dude, that 11,000 views in 6.5 days. And Sony Music, they said nope, blocked it. Like, and I didn't appeal it, but I was like, but I get what you're saying, that like some companies are just so massive that they don't need me and my 10,000 views. They have millions and millions of views of Baby Metal. And then I think there's a whole nother thing with artists based in Japan, I should say.
Yeah. And I want to say on that note, that's not the way I look at it. Like, I could be the most famous artist or whatever in the entire world. I would still love seeing people react to my content.
Oh yeah.
So like the marketing to me isn't the point of it. But yeah, like exactly. Like they're probably thinking, no, you're taking away views from the original video. Not really, but
yeah, you're right. Like, it's not like, yeah, maybe, but who would, like, if I wanted to hear rat-ta-ta-ta-ta, I'd go listen to it. Yeah. I wouldn't listen to me stopping every 30 seconds. And that's another thing. First of all, anybody that's thinking about hopping into this, that's not going to do anything, stopping it. And I do stop in my videos just because I want to talk about it. That's what the video is. Like, oh, I really like that breakdown. Oh, I really like how she bent her vocals like that. But you know, there's no way of tricking the AI algorithm, whatever. YouTube was going to hear the music. But what do you think about the guys that are just reacting to other people's TikToks? I know we kind of talked briefly yesterday off air, but what do you think of that? Like, just funny videos. Do you like those? I think they're pretty funny to watch. I don't know.
There are some of them that I like when it's sort of it's an addition, and it's kind of it's usually like people poking fun at the original video or whatever it is. So yeah, I do like some TikTok stitches, but there are also the kinds that I mean they're literally just a corporation trying to pump out viral content, and there's so many of those corporations branching out, which I just think to me it's terrible, because I think it defeats the whole purpose of online content creation, because it's supposed to be creators and people like putting out content, and not just like a corporation going like playing a video that's gone viral, and then at the very end going like, wow, that was crazy, wasn't it? Subscribe to our channel. And they're just like, the person who's doing it is just this robotic, like they're reading a script,
Right.
So it's not even like they care about the content. They're not trying to like add any like commentary to it or anything like that. So I think there's obviously the good version of the TikTok stitches and the reaction videos to other people's content and all that stuff. And there's a lot of funny ones. Like, you're right. I love watching like the funny reactions. But there's also just the corporate, like the nothing, people that and some of them it's not like they play the whole video and then at the end, do their little stupid corporate script thing. Some of them like go in the middle of the video as well and interrupt it, but it's like you can just tell it's like it's vacant. They're just doing it for views, and like I don't know. I'm just not a fan of like I'm not a fan of the internet becoming too corporatized, because I think it's nice that it is so free form and you're able to have like people who just want to make cool content or have fun and post online. I think like the day that dies, I think we've missed the point of YouTube and all these other platforms. Yeah.
Well, I will say, I mean, it's kind of a running meme. Like, there are guys like the people that react to other people's TikToks. It's crazy. Like the car payment videos. And I love those videos. It's some guy like me, like in my reaction video, and he watches people's TikToks talking about how high their car payments are, and then he'll be like, "I wouldn't do that. I have a 93 Honda Civic. These people are crazy." And then they'll do another video like,
that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. But like the stuff I was talking about, it's like it's literally. Stuff I was talking about is literally like someone with a script just off screen going, "Wow," and that's it.
It's interesting. I want to also say that I've said this to Dane. I love reaction videos. Like if I really like Tom McDonald ones are notorious because his lyrics are so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, if I am feeling a song, then I want to go see if someone else is feeling it. Like, I don't know. Or I also like the therapists react like to a lot of the Sleep Token songs. Like he'll be like, "Oh wow, Vessel was really deep in this," or he tries to break it down. Those lyrics are crazy. I think that it is marketing. I think if I was a member of a band, like you said, I would love to see someone else enjoying my music that I worked hard on. Yeah. But I'm not an idiot. I get it from the money aspect. Like, well, he's taken away, but is he though? Am I taking away people's like Like, no, I don't think. I think I'm promoting the hell out of it, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, look at it this way. I watch like a lot of video game channels,
Right.
you know, like Let's Plays and stuff like that. I watch this channel called Game Grumps, which, you know, a lot of people know about. There are like maybe 10 plus different channels that take all their content and make compilations out of them. And I don't know if they're like taking a portion, but they do promote like people who make content around their content. Like they're happy about it. They'll even react to the content that other people are making around.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So like, I mean, that's your fan base, right? And sometimes I will, well, actually, like pretty often I'll watch a compilation of Game Grumps versus like their actual like video. But I still watch their original videos. I still watch their new videos that come out, and occasionally like I'll look up old videos. So I don't think it takes away from it. I think it's like, if you want to look at it in a corporate way, it keeps the brand out there. It, like, you know, makes everyone remember, hey, Game Grumps, it's everywhere, you know. But to me, I also just think it's awesome that someone would be willing to spend the time to make like an hour-long compilation of like every moment I up in a video game, or like whatever it is, you know. Like, it's cool. It's cool to have fans like that.
Well, dude, like, perfect example. Electric Callboy, right? These guys have videos out from their channel, Electric Callboy React to We Got the Moves reaction videos. Like, they're game. They're mad cool. They want people, like, they love watching other people react, right?
Yeah.
But the label, bro, the big bad label's probably like, nah. So, like, I had an Electric Callboy song ready to go, but I got nervous because they're Sony. So I didn't put it out.
That's weird. Like, how are they getting the reaction videos to react to if their label's taking it down?
Yo, I don't get it. I mean, maybe people transform it so much that Sony doesn't hear it. I don't know, man. Like I said, so I put up the video and immediately got blocked worldwide, right? It got blocked. And then I sent the dispute, and then a week later, like, nope, sorry, and they blocked it again. I didn't get a strike, thank you Jesus. But yeah, I don't know. It's a whole different thing. It's a weird thing. I don't want to bore people with it, but I like doing it. It's fun. I really like these songs, and I also like the fact that I'm being introduced to more music. I just did Ginger live at Vakken Perennial, and it was unbelievable. But hopefully
that's cool. And I mean, yeah, maybe for what was that band again?
Ginger. Those guys, Electric Callboy.
Yeah, so maybe for Electric Callboy, just like react to a live thing, because I think live stuff is way better.
I'm gonna try. I don't know. It's just like the quote of the week, man. Don't wait for inspiration. It comes while working. I'm just gonna keep going, and don't quit. Don't quit. You can't quit, man. Like that Tom Brady thing we listened to months ago. You gotta be consistent. Like,
relating it to the quote of the week, if you just change inspiration to "don't wait for the answer, it comes while working."
I love that.
I think sorry, Henry Matisse, but I think that's better. Don't wait for the answer.
Amen. I love it. We'll change that up. We'll make yours next time we talk. Well, dude, I mean, it's not been a consistent ride since 2020, but from RV videos to music videos to chicken parm to self-help to the podcast, like that, there has been a grind on this little baby channel, and just seeing a little bit of growth is beyond inspiring to, like, yo, keep going.
It's awesome that you got it to 400 people. Like, it's doubled, right?
I want a plaque. I want one. 100,000. I don't even know if it matters for the podcast, but if you're wondering what I've heard, actually, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you off air about how it works with payouts, because apparently the two big people to advertise is Apple and Expedia. So if you have a lot of tech content or travel content, they might pay more per 1,000 views than like reaction videos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news for whenever I do my channel, because I'm all about the tech.
I love it. I want to subscribe. I want to watch.
I want to watch. I just can't.
Make a video. Listen to our quote of the week. Make a video this week. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, don't wait for the video. It comes when you work on the video.
That's all you gotta do. Just hit record, man. You think I know what the heck I'm doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
Nah, I don't know what I'm doing with anything, man.
Hockey, dude. So the hockey game last night, I just saw, dude, 16.1 million viewers. So I'll make another quick little chapter, 1 minute. So basically, right now is when the NHL hockey, the professional hockey, is supposed to have an all-star break, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was whatever. It was pretty cool. It was fun to watch, right? Instead, they did this thing called the Four Nation Face-Off. U.S., Canada, Finland, and Sweden. All the best players played for their... But injecting nationalism into this tournament, round-robin tournament, it's something that all the other leagues should learn how to do, because people were like, America, ah! Or the dudes in Sweden, ah! And like it got dude, that's crazy number. 16.1 million viewers game last night.
Well, and you have rugby sevens is huge as well, because it's like all the nations coming together for this one tournament, right? So anytime you do that, it's a smart move. I maybe one day, because I know football is starting to become more international, maybe one day they'll do that for football, but who knows?
Championship game reached 1 out of every 4 Canadians on sports. Yo, the broadcast topped every U.S. cable telecast except the NFL, college football, and election coverage. Wow. Yeah,
that's crazy. Only the what was it? The election coverage and college football. Wow.
Wait, the broadcast topped every U.S. cable telecast September 24 to now, except for NFL, college football, and election coverage. So, yeah, man. And this was an exhibition game, Dane. Like it didn't, but it did mean something. These kids, like if you're into hockey, they were playing their hearts out. They're like, "This is for our nation." It was awesome. So that was just a little bit.
That's cool. And I think there should be more just like fun games like that. It's like the sevens tournament for rugby isn't the main tournament, right? But I like watching it more just because there's so many different teams coming together for like 3 days. So I love fun tournaments like that. I think there should be more of them.
Oh, see, dude, this whole time I didn't even know what that was. Okay, it's World Rugby. It's a quadrennial world championship of rugby sevens, a variant of rugby union organized by World Rugby, men's and women's tournaments. It's held in Fiji, in Australia. Oh, Fiji for men. Oh, that's where the Hakas come from, right? No.
That's New Zealand.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's multiple countries that do that. But
it's so freaking cool when they do that. Yeah, South Africa, New Zealand, Samoa, Argentina. Wow, Ireland. So wait, who are the All Blacks then?
New Zealand.
Oh, that's New Zealand.
Yeah. So picture all those teams, right?
Right here. Yeah.
And they used to do this in Vegas. I'm very upset that they left. Bring it back to Vegas. It's in LA now, I think. Picture all those teams for 3 days doing a tournament. They're quick games, so it's really like fast paced play and everything. And you just have a whole stadium full of people from like all around the world. You have people from like Kenya, you have people from Ireland, you have people from Australia, Scotland, like whatever, right?
Yeah.
They're all there in one stadium, and it's amazing.
That's
honestly. And the South Africans always, most of the time, hang out by the Kenyans because the Kenyans are friggin' awesome.
Dang, that's great. So yeah, the last one The 2022 Rugby World Cup Sevens was held at Cape Town Stadium in Cape Town, South Africa, with Fiji winning the men's tournament and Australia winning the women's tournament. Oh, so that means they're the holders of the cup. That's the last ones to win.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Damn, yeah. South Africa. Come on, bro. Let's go. My homie's into them. Let's go.
South Africa does pretty well in the sevens. I mean, they're a good team. But yeah, like dude, you got to go to a sevens tournament one day.
100% go.
Yeah.
Well, Dane, that I think rounds up a pretty rounded round of
rounds.
That rounds up a pretty rounded round of rounds of discussion. Was there anything else?
No, it's good to be back. It's good to not be sick and have a voice again. So I'm happy as I go like croaking.
Don't be sad.
Nah, I'm not sad. I'm happy. It's good to be here. It's good to be alive, and yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm glad, man. I'm glad you feel that way. Once again, these are tikis. No one's listening at this point, but it's cool. These are tiki cups.
If you're the one person out of the 400 that made it to the end, cheers.
435. Thank you very much. Let's double check. Yeah.
Maybe not after this podcast. Maybe it'll be like
436. Come on, we gained one.
Here we go.
That's awesome. Almost halfway to 1,000. Let's go. I need 1,000. I need to see monetized. It's a whole different thing. You have to like apply for it, and they have to kind of look through your stuff, but it'll be all right. I'm focused. As you can tell.
Got so much energy. John, is there anything else?
No, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate you guys. This Diet Sam's Cola is fantastic. 0 calories, but probably a bunch of chemicals that are eating up my insides, so that's good. But
so I'm just enjoying my regular flat water.
Ugh, crazy. Whatever. But get some whiskey in there. I bet that'd make you feel better. Kill all the germs.
Maybe tonight.
Just Friday night. Get a little sippy sip.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock.
Absolutely. You kidding me? If I was out there, it'd be time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a drink.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, we love you guys. I love you. I love my dog. I love listening to these songs. And hey, this is Download the Uplift, a place where when we fall, Dane, myself, the rugby Springboks, we try and uplift you.
Hell yeah. See you guys
later.
Thanks for the subscriptions.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.